But right now, time to take a look back as we induct another classic into our History of House series. We're talking about Stardust's Music Sounds Better With You. It was originally released in 1998. It's just been remastered and is available for the first time ever digitally, ahead of the track's 21st anniversary this summer. I remember so clearly when this got released, the French house sound was killing it at the time. This record got released after the first Daft Punk album. It's a collaboration between Thomas Bangalter and Alan Braxe. I was actually in Paris when the first copies were pressed, and Thomas actually personally came to my hotel and gave me a copy, so I was really honoured. I've still got it. And here's Alan Braxe to tell us more about this incredible record.
Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing, a soul thing.
Hi, this is Alan Braxe for Pete Tong's History of House on BBC Radio 1. I believe that the context and the mood in Paris at that time were very inspiring. The state of mind in the music scene was really casual. It was not a time for overthinking. It was just about doing things with no preconceived ideas. So when we started working on the track, we already knew that it would be released on Roulet Records. Roulet was Thomas Bangalter's own label. It was creative space dedicated to experimentation. And musically speaking, the Chakagan sample from the song Fate that we used was also important in terms of inspiration. And I believe that this specific frame gave us the inspiration to work on a song with no boundaries in mind, except the simple fact that we wanted to do club music. When we made the song, honestly, we were really thinking about the underground club scene and the 12-inch market. But very quickly, people seemed to enjoy the song quite a lot, and it started to be played on radio in many countries, not only specialist radios, but also national network. And then we started to realize that the track was probably going to get bigger than we originally thought. About making it, one of the greatest things was the opportunity to work with Thomas Bangalter. He's very skilled and the song owes him really a lot. I mean, the song is very repetitive and in a way it's almost flirting with boredom. But the bass line changes the listener's perspective every 16 bars and it helps to keep the momentum. Also, when you listen to the song and when you reach the first minute, you slowly understand that there will be nothing more to expect. What you have now is what you'll get until the song is ending. So if you accept it, it gives a form of satisfaction quite easily. Another point is that the repetitive aspect is something that the song is sharing with techno and hip-hop instrumentals. There are a lot of influences in the song and all of them are synthesized in a very simple way. Maybe it's the song's specificity. In dance music history, there are many one-shot tracks that manage to reach a wider audience, and maybe Music Sounds Better With You is one of these tracks. But does this type of songs are changing the scene? I'm not sure. It just shows that everything is possible at any time.
Love might bring us back together. I feel so good. I feel right. The music sounds better with you. Love might bring us back together.
It still gives me the chills. It still sounds amazing. It's great to hear the story behind it. Many thanks to Alan Brax for that. Stardust Music Sounds Better With You, well and truly inducted into the history of house. As I said earlier, it's just been remastered and available digitally for the first time to celebrate the 21st anniversary of the track's release this summer. And you're listening to BBC Radio 1 with me, Pete Tong. And time now to get into our first mixer this evening. A little something for the weekend for you.
A little something for your weekend from Pete Tong to you.